Starting a business in partnership with other investors is not only popular but extremely convenient for entrepreneurs, as the amount of capital to be invested, the liabilities to be paid off, and the key managerial responsibilities can easily be shared among its owners. But did you know that even among partnership businesses, you can have two prominent structural options to choose from? Yes, you heard it right. To start a partnership business, you can either opt for a partnership firm or a limited liability partnership. But limited liability partnership is clearly a better choice, and if you want to know why, you will have to watch this video till the end. Hi, I am Tushar Bakshi, a startup advisor at Setindiabiz, where we provide tax, IPR and compliance services to businesses in India. In this video, I will explain the meaning of a limited liability partnership and the reasons of its popularity among Indian entrepreneurs and business owners. So let us begin without any delay. What is a limited liability partnership? A limited liability partnership was introduced in India in the year 2008 under the Limited Liability Partnership Act. Prior to its introduction, the only way to set up a partnership business was to opt for a partnership firm, which had its own set of drawbacks and demerits. An LLP is defined under Section 3 of the LLP Act as a registered body corporate that has a distinct legal identity separate from its partners. It exists beyond the life of its partners, which means that any change, be it addition, removal, or alteration of partners, does not affect the existence of the LLP or the rights and liabilities of the existing partners in any way. But what does this definition mean in simple terms? Let me explain. Distinct legal identity. A business acquires an identity of its own only after it gets registered. So, obviously, unregistered businesses cannot have their own identity and can only be operated with the identity of their owners. You can consider sole proprietorships and unregistered partnerships firms as examples here. But limited liability partnership needs to be mandatorily registered under the LLP Act, and that is exactly why it acquires an identity of its own, distinct from that of its owners. Moving on, a registered LLP has so many advantages over unregistered partnership firms, like number 1, it can sell, purchase and acquire properties in its own name. 2, it can sue third parties in the event of a conflict. 3, it has the right to enter into contracts with third parties under its own name. 4, registration makes LLP more credible for credit and investments, as most of its details and documents can be publicly viewed and verified. 5, compared to an unregistered partnership firm, which can recover only Rs 100 in the event of debt recovery, an LLP can recover the entire amount of debt from its debtors. I hope that by now all the benefits of LLP registration, including the formation of a distinct legal identity, are clear to you. So now, I will discuss the benefits of limited liability that the partners of an LLP enjoy. Limited liability. We already know that an LLP is co-owned by multiple partners who mutually agree to share its capital and profits. But what about the liabilities of the LLP that are needed to be paid off? Well, the liabilities are also shared among the partners in a fixed predetermined ratio mutually agreed between them and mentioned in the LLP agreement. This ratio depends on the capital sharing ratio between the partners. Moreover, the liability amount of any partner cannot exceed the amount of capital he has invested in the LLP. Limited or restricted liability simply implies here that under no circumstance will any partner be liable to pay an amount greater than what has been agreed between them. In comparison, if your partnership business was registered as a firm instead of an LLP, you as a partner would have been liable to pay off the entire amount of liabilities accumulated by the firm, even if it exceeds the amount of capital you have invested. Also, contrary to a firm, none of the partners of the LLP will be individually or jointly liable for the actions of any partners undertaken in the official capacity. Moving on, let us now understand the concept of perpetual succession in an LLP. Perpetual succession. Succession or inheritance is a concept that determines whether or not a business entity continues to exist after the death or departure of any of its owners. For that matter, all registered entities, including LLP, can usually be continued beyond the lives of its partners, as they are a creation of law. This means that the existence of an LLP will also not be affected by the death or departure of any of its partners. In other words, an LLP can be indefinitely or perpetually succeeded and can only cease to exist if it is struck off or wound up voluntarily or otherwise. With this, we end our discussion on the meaning of a limited liability partnership. I hope that by now you are well acquainted with the concept of LLP. But if you still have any questions, you can post in the comment section below or directly contact our startup advisors at 9899-600-605. Also, do not forget to like this video and share it with your friends and colleagues. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for more informative content ahead. Thank you for watching. Check out our other videos as well.